I'm Nick with Fiesel Roofing. We're here at the Saken residence with State Farm claim. Today is 10/23/2025. Current scope of work is to replace all the valleys on the roof along with some wind damage. Today we're going to do a repairability assessment to see if repairing this roof is a viable option or if we have to replace it. The reason I've marked out this shingle right here is it's adjacent to the valley, one of the valleys that's being replaced, and building code 908.5 says I can't reuse these valleys. So to replace this valley, I have to take out 18 inches of shingles, including this one I've marked out here. I've labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 shingles that could potentially get damaged during this repair. What we're going to do is remove this chalked out shingle. I'm going to do that by using a manufacturer-approved roofing flat bar to break the seals. Then I'm going to get the nails out of the 2 rows above it, remove, and then reinstall the shingle. If I notice any damage that would indicate the roof isn't repairable along the way, I'll stop and mark that. But other than that, I'm going to get started. So like I said, first thing I'm going to do, First thing I'm going to do is break the seals of these shingles. I'm being super gentle, not to cause any material transfer. The sealant on this roof is pretty much gone, so this is basically effortless. Now that I've broken the seals, I'm going to get the nails out. Perfect. Okay, I think all the nails are out. Nope, we got one more. Huh. Oh no, those are all the nails. Alright, now that I've removed the shingle, obviously, like I said, the sealant, it's basically worthless. It just peels off. So no material transfer there. Removing the nails, broke the cellophane on the back of the shingle. Something to keep in mind, manufacturer doesn't allow you to reinstall a roof that has loose or broken cellophane strips. Shingled nail holes are a lot bigger. This is indicative of just a more worn out roof. If the nail heads are bigger, then that's a potential leak point. So a couple things to keep in mind. Other than that, everything looks pretty good. So now I'm going to reinstall the shingle. To do this, I need to lift the nail high enough to get the nail in the nail zone perpendicular to the roof deck. So basically I need to lift that shingle high enough to complete that action. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to be very careful not to over lift the shingle, right? I'm just lifting it high enough to re-nail. So just high enough. If I had the shingle any lower, look what happens. I'm going to hit it. So just high enough to complete the re-nail, that's all. And I'm going to put 5 in each row. So 5 on the first row, 5 on the second. I'm right next to the existing nail. Like I said, just high enough. First row of nails is in, now I'll do the second. This row of shingles has nails in it, so the ones I have to lift now. So the hinge point's gonna be closer to the middle. If we do see creasing or failed repair attempts, it's typically gonna occur right here on the second course of nails. So, see, I don't even have this high enough to be in the nail line, and I just tore that shingle right down the middle there. Got a couple more nails, like 2. There's the old nail hole, that's my new nail. I'm right in line with the, thanks. Okay, I'm all done. I re-nailed the shingle. You have chalk? Thanks. Couple really obvious things to point out here. Shingle 6 and 7 tore right down a point with without the laminate tooth on it. Obviously, this is gonna be a lot more of a failure point than the double laminate. These teeth are also starting to delaminate as well, so something to keep in mind. But I'm gonna have to replace shingles 6 and 7, shingles 5 and 4. Slight creasing along the top. I just take my hand and brush along the top to see if any granules will fall off, like right there. There's a heavy line right there. But yeah, so basically for every one shingle I go to repair on this roof, being this one, I'm gonna end up damaging the second row above it when I go to re-nail. So this roof isn't repairable. For every one I replace, I end up breaking 2 more in the process, and obviously that's a chain reaction that's going to inevitably take out every slope on this roof. So this is a failed repair. We'll take some still photos to show you some close-ups, and you want to compare that to my control area right here, right? So we've done no manipulation to this area right here. There's no tearing, creasing, excess granule loss, nothing like that. So again, we're at the Saken residence. This is definitely going to need to be fully replaced. Nick with Fiesel, thank you for your time.